Hey there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen. I wanted to show you this card real quick today. This is a card that we made in my stamp club this last week, and it actually came from my girl Pam. I went to the bingo that she and my good friend Debbie had, and we made this card, and I just love the colors. I love the stamp set. I loved everything about it, so I knew I wanted to bring it home and share it with my girls in stamp club. And it even has an inside too, which is so pretty when you open it up. And it says, "Know what I love." One of my stampers wanted it to say my dog inside, but it actually says you. So maybe, Cindy, you could give this to your dog. Anyway, we're going to do this card really, really quick. And we're using the What I Love stamp set. This is a celebration set. Celebration is going to end here on March 31st. So it is time to stock up on those that you need to get for free, because a $50 order will get you this stamp set totally free. We are going to, this is our center. I'm going to make sure that you guys have dimensions on the video here a little bit later. This is going to be the centerpiece for the inside of our card, and then we're also going to be using the adorable designer series paper. This is Wildflower Fields, again another celebration item. It's actually the other side of the raindrops, and using Blackberry Bliss and Old Olive ink. So what I did was to go ahead and die cut with the Big Shot. I used our Lots of Labels framelit. This might be the biggest one. If it's not, it's the next size down. So I did go ahead and die cut 2 pieces out, Whisper White, Blackberry Bliss, exact same size. And we're going to stamp on those today. So I'm going to start off using my Memento black ink and our outline image stamp. And you can tell on these stamps, sometimes we call these boy stamps because there's a little piece of rubber that sticks out here like a little arrow. And what I tend to do is make sure that I have the arrow pointing either towards the top of my card or towards the bottom of my card, and always stamp that way. And that will help you line up the inside of your flower a little bit easier if you know that your arrows were always pointing in the same direction. And sometimes our 2-step and 3-step stamps actually have that little piece of rubber to help you with your lining up. So I'm going to use Memento black ink and just stamp 3 outline flowers. And I think my ink pad's getting a little bit dry. And while I have that black, I'm also going to stamp the sentiment, "Know what I love," on there as well. Now, one thing that we talked about in stamp class is, one, I like to use my Memento ink with my photopolymer stamps. If you're not going to be doing a lot of heavy duty watercoloring, the Memento works really well, and I like the fact that it will not stain your photopolymer. If you're doing watercoloring, you can use the Archival Basic Black, but remember it is waterproof ink, and so it will stain your photopolymer a little bit. And even though it's stained, it still works fine. The other thing that we like to do is sometimes with photopolymer, it's missing the cushion. That's why you can see the whole way through. So if you feel like you're not getting a nice image when you're stamping photopolymer, try using one of the stamping pierce mats underneath of your paper, just for a little bit of cushion. If you don't have a pierce mat at home, it's fine. You could use a mouse pad, you could use a magazine, you can use your Stampin' Up! Catalog. Anything that just has a little bit of give will sometimes help you get a nice image if you're having trouble with that. We're going to use Blackberry Bliss ink, and I didn't want it terribly dark, so I am going to stamp that off one time and then stamp the center of my flower so that it's just a little bit lighter purple. And I'm kind of looking through that and twisting it just a little bit so that I can get them lined up. Okay, that's all there is to that. Come in with a little bit of Old Olive for my leaves, and they're just very randomly stamped just where I feel like a leaf should go to kind of frame those flowers a little bit. Okay, so that, seriously, that's about all there is to that one. But while I have my ink pads open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of my card. So I'm just going to do, again, a couple, whoops, where's my green, or my black? There we go. A couple of those in the top corners. So I just have my outline there. Okay, then I'm also going to put my U in here. And then we're going to do Blackberry Bliss again, and I am going to stamp off. It's a nice rich color. While we're talking about Blackberry Bliss, you know, this is an in color from last year, and we're getting ready to have a retirement list come out fairly soon. I would say May. We're getting ready to see the retired list come out, and that means that the family that Blackberry Bliss belongs to is going to be leaving us. So Blackberry Bliss, Melon Mambo, no, sorry, not Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, what else? Hello Honey, Lost Lagoon, that's a favorite of mine. They're all going to be leaving. So if you don't have them, you best get them. If you do have them, I would highly encourage you to stock up on your cardstock and ink refills. When that retirement list comes out, the ink refills will sell out in a heartbeat. I am not kidding. So that is coming in May. So I would say don't delay, get them today. All right, so our card base is going to be Old Olive. I went ahead and put some adhesive on that center piece, and we're just going to mat that inside. And the final step is to take some of our epoxy dots, these little itty bitty accents, and I'm going to color those in with a yellow Sharpie and give them a little bit of drying time. So I just did 3 of those in the circles. So the nice thing with any color Sharpie you have, you can color in your dots, you can color in your pearls, you could color your rhinestones and make all different kinds. If you have blendability still, you could use them as well. Just let them have a little bit of drying time. Then I'm going to come in with my Designer Series paper. That's going to be mounted. Oh, look at that. My adhesive just totally ran out. That's going to go onto our Old Olive cardstock. Let me grab another refill here real quick. Okay, and where's my stamped piece? Okay, so this piece is ready to go. What I did to get that look where it's just the frame around the edge here is to just cut that right in half. And it's almost like we stretched it out. Now, what I like to do is kind of bevel my edges just a little bit so that they don't stick out the side, and a little bit of adhesive on each end. And then we're just going to frame that piece around our white. How cool is that? Your little secret, nobody will know. Then that's going to get attached onto the front of your cardstock with dimensionals. Peel those suckers off. That one didn't want to come off. That's going to go onto the front of your card, and then your final step is going to be to put these little stickers on the center of your flower. So there you go. Very quick, very simple, very elegant card. And so thank you very much, Pam and Debbie, for the idea. And I will see you guys next week for Movie Monday.